ladies and gents, welcome back to my channel. Oh, I feel like that was really weird, but let's roll with it. I am here to bring you a get ready with me. I created this look using a few new products that I had. I picked up a couple of products from the Wet n Wild limited edition holiday collection. I forget what the holiday collection's name is. I will put it down below somewhere. But I picked up the pigment in the shade Dom and Cherry on top, and it's just like a rose gold shade, and that's what I use on my lid. And then I also got the Mega Glow highlighting gold bar, which is in the shade Holly Gold Head. I don't know what reference that is, but yeah, so I picked up that. And then I am also testing out the CoverGirl So Lashy Blast Pro mascara that I received in my influencer Vox box. And yeah, I'm going to give you guys all of my thoughts on these products and show you how I use them in today's look. If you want to see how I got this look and just chit chat with me, go on ahead and stay tuned. Peace out. Okay, so as you can already see, I've already put my eyebrows and my foundation on, and I did make sure that that was drugstore as well. I use my Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I am in the shade 310 Sun Beige, as well as my ColourPop eyebrow color in the shade Banging Brunette. I used to use the Auburn shade, but as my roots start to come in, I think it makes more sense for me to match up with my roots. So let's go on ahead. I don't know where this look is going. I just kind of wanted to sit down and do like a get ready with me type ordeal, because I don't have a whole lot of time to be doing voiceovers and stuff like that. I thought this would be the easiest. So let me see. I wanted to use a few new products. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting gold bar, as well as one of their loose pigments, which is a part of the holiday collection. And the pigment that I have is Dom and Cherry on top, which is like just a rose gold type of color. And then I also wanted to demo the CoverGirl mascara that I received in my Flawless Vox box through Influencer. This is the So Lashy Blast Pro mascara. So let's go on ahead and beat this mug. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I'm just going to work. So I think I'm going to go into my Morphe palette, which is also an affordable brand. And I am just going to pick out a few of the transition colors in here to, you know, start building up a look here. The base that I'm going to use is by Essence, which is the I Love Stage primer. Now moving on into the palette, I am going to take this color and buff it all in my crease. All right, and the next shade I am going to use is this brick shade in the middle of the palette. And again, I'm taking that in my crease, and the brush that I am using is my Sigma E40. All right, now going in with this loose pigment. It has like a sifter on the top, which is really nice and neat. I don't even think the MAC pigments have like that little sifter. I don't know, they could have changed the packaging, but the few that I have is just wide open and it's very annoying. So I just put a tiny bit in the lid, and I am going to use like a flat shader brush if I can find one. There we go. I'm gonna use just an e.l.f. flat shader brush. And I am not gonna moisten this or anything. I'm gonna just put it directly on the My goodness, that's a lot more intense than I expected. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so maybe I'm not gonna go for more of a soft look. This is like, bam, boom, what's good, ho? Now I'm going to take a more pointed blending brush, which is the E45 from Sigma. Ugh, bust this back open. And I'm going to add some definition to my outer corner. I am going to use this warmer brown shade at the bottom. And I'm going to go back in with my blending brush just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless. All right, so I do not have a drugstore liquid liner, so I'm going to go on ahead and use my Stila, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I just did like the tiniest of wings because I want to really see how this mascara holds up, and I don't want the liner to overpower that, so you guys can see. So now I need to move on to concealer. So I am using the Master Conceal by Face Studios by Maybelline, and I am in the shade 30 Light Medium. It may be a little too light for me. I don't know. I'm kind of like in between shades at the moment. I'm not quite my summer shade, and I'm not quite my winter shade yet. I should probably buy some foundation, but Mama's on a tight budget right now, so I'm just working with what I have. So I just put a little tiny bit on my fingers. I'm just gonna place that there. Can't find the towel that I usually have. Oh, here it is. Lovely. Okay, and I am going to use my Beauty Blender to blend this all out. Yeah, it is a little light, but that's fine. I'm going to use my RCMA powder. This is a very, very affordable translucent powder. I want to say I maybe spent about $10 on that, so it's definitely drugstore price if you ask me. I know some of the L'Oreal translucent powders, I want to say ranges at almost like 12 bucks. So you'll definitely be saving just a little bit. Of course, you'd have to pay for shipping, but you know, if it's just this, which is only 3 ounces, it won't be a lot. And I'm also going to use, oh shit, I just poured. You see this? Way too much. Okay, so I'm also going to use this to set the rest of my face, and then I'm going to go in with color. I've been to one of the Behind the Beat by Beat Face Honey class. Jesus, I'm struggling. And one of the things that she mentioned in her class, and as well as some of her videos, is that setting your face with a translucent powder first is what's going to keep it in place and locked in and whatnot. So I totally forgot that from going to the class, but recently she put out a new video and she explained that again in the video, and I was like, that's right. So I've been having issues with my foundation staying in place, but my under eye always is like, you know, all the way in order. So I'm like, I need to revisit that method and set my whole face with a translucent powder, which is also what Patrick Starr does as well. But I don't know. I never thought about it for everyday makeup anyways. But since I did wear foundation, I do want to go on ahead and give that the test. And then I am going to go in with my Milani face powder in the shade 05 Tan. This is nothing new. It was just, you know, it's actually the only powder that I have at the moment. I need to find a new powder. So if you guys have any recommendations, drugstore or otherwise, I am so open at this moment, because this has like a bit of a scent and I can't stand that. So I need a powder. So help your girl out. All right, next we are going to bronze my face back up, add some color. I am also using the Milani Soleil Baked Bronzer, which is a favorite. I've been using this to death recently. I haven't really been doing too much contouring. I've been more so just, you know, adding some color since I'm losing it from the summer. And I'm just using a angled, I didn't tell you any other brushes, but whatever. You see what I'm doing, girl. You get the drift. So I'm just like more so warming up the perimeter of my face. And of course on my cheekbones. Underneath that chin a little bit. I do a very, very light, I won't say contouring, but you know, just adding some shadows back to my face. All right, so now what are we gonna do? I think I want to finish up the eyes. I am going to go back with this same pigment that we were working with. I was really impressed with the pigmentation. Ooh, excuse me, the pigmentation of this. And when I ordered this, I ordered it online because I couldn't find it at any of my stores. And I know the moment that I do find it in stores, it's probably going to be all picked over, and I definitely wanted to get the gold bar. But I'm so impressed, and I kind of wish that I was able to get the other shades of pigments. There were 4 total, I believe, and I only got one of the pigments because they sold out, and then the highlighting bar, which was a bummer, but you know, what do you do? I have to do something with this powder. It has to get out of my way. Shoot. Because it's on top of my palette. So I'm about to clean this up real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and now I can get back in my palette. So I'm gonna go back into here and I am going to highlight my inner corner with, I don't really like, I guess I'll go with that guy just for the sake of staying in this palette. I usually like a, frosty inner corner, but we're going to be frosty everywhere else. And that looks pretty. So there we go. Booyah. All right, and then I am going to take this warm brown shade again, and I am using a flat shader definer, the E15 by Sigma. I love this brush so much for working underneath my eyes because my eyes can be really, really sensitive. So anything that's too fluffy, if it accidentally flicks just the tiniest amount of powder in my eyes will be running all day. So with this, I have a lot of control because I just literally smudge it right up underneath my waterline. Now I'm just going to take a darker brown. I guess I'm going to go with this guy just to deepen up the outer crease a little bit. Just a little bit. And now I'm going to take my pencil E20 just to kind of blur out the lines on the very bottom. So now as far as blush, I am going to take the Wet n Wild Make It Glow highlighting powder in the shade Crown of My Canopy, which is more of like a peachy tone. They say it's a highlighting powder, but I use it more as a blush because it adds, like, you know, just like that little peachy glow. Very pretty. Now. All right, so we got our blush on, and now to what I'm really excited about. So the gold bar is called Holly Gold Head. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't know what that reference is, but it comes in this type of packaging. Then it actually has like this little pull out mirror, which is almost impossible to pull out. I'm gonna break a nail, but it has like a little pull out mirror on the side. I doubt that I will ever use it, but I think it's really, really cute. So I'm just going to take a highlighter or brush, a fan brush, dip into the highlighter. I haven't swatched this yet. Okay, there it is. I feel like I may be going overboard, but I want you guys to be able to see it. That's okay if everybody looks at me like I'm crazy at work. They know how I roll. That's really pretty. It's not as gold as I thought it was going to be. It's almost a bit more on like the champagne-y spectrum. But it's nice. It has good pigmentation. It's picking up nicely now that I've, like, you know, once you get that first layer off, I believe is what was kind of slowing me down, but I like it. Let me see. I'm gonna compare it to my favorite Mary Luminizer. Let's do like a finger swatch. So it doesn't swatch very good on the fingers, which is, it could be a good thing because with highlighters, you don't want a bunch of like kick up dust, and like you don't want it to be too soft because then like you can kind of go overboard real quick. But that's just it on my finger, and I'm gonna compare it to my Mary Luminizer, which is a bit more of a champagne as well. So the gold bar is definitely more on the gold side. The Mary Luminizer is definitely a true champagne. I'm gonna take these on the back of my hand, and that is the gold bar. Again, it definitely has like that gold undertone, and then Mary Luminizer is more of a true champagne. So I like this. I like this a lot. I like this and this. Both of these have definitely exceeded my expectations. I know with some of the Wet n Wild limited edition products that come out, they can be a little hit or miss, but I think they hit the nail on the head with this one because you can't go wrong with their powder products. I'm gonna do my lips next, and all I'm using is ColourPop's Beeper, or no, I have Clueless, and I'm using the Coco Loco shade by Jordana, just to define my lips a little bit since it's all washed out. Alright, so now that I've defined, again, this is Clueless by ColourPop, which I consider to be drugstore. Actually, like most of their products are a little bit cheaper than what drugstore would be, especially for lip products. All right, so there goes that. So now on to the mascara. I am going to take a picture of my lashes before. This is more so just for like Instagram purpose. All right, so again, I got this in my influencer box, Flawless box. And basically you get these free products to review. So that is something that you guys can definitely sign up for as well. I have a unboxing video already up on my channel. I will make sure I link that down below. But you can definitely sign up just going to influencer.com. I don't believe that I have a referral code, but if you sign up on there, if you're like really big on social media, you can become an influencer as well, and you can receive these products. And they have more than just beauty products. They do food and all kinds of stuff, but yeah. Alright, so that is just with one coat of the mascara. I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I start on this eye because I want to get a good before and after. I usually only do about 2 coats of mascara, so that's all I'm going to do for this demo as well. Just because I want it to be like, you know, real specific to me. Some people don't like to put on a ton of coats of mascara, and I just happen to be one of those type of girls. So if you're with me, you know. So now we can move on to the second coat. I don't want to wait too long until they're like freeze dried. So again, I'm going to go in with the bottom lashes first and then up top. All right, and that is with the second coat. I noticed that some of my lashes started to clump together, but that could just be the nature of my lashes. They do kind of grow inward anyways. So I don't really judge the mascara based off of that, more so than just like, you know, buildability. Is that a word? I don't know, don't judge me. And also like how much separation and definition I can get with my bottom lashes, because my bottom lashes are almost non-existent. So I am going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see the before and after, and then I'm going to go on ahead and finish out the look. Hello, welcome. Hopefully this is clear. All right, and I'm just going to look down. And again, this is with and this is without. All right, you guys, so here is my final look using some of these new products. I will give you guys a quick review once you guys take a look. The highlight though, yeah. Okay, let me zoom you guys out. I feel like you're really close. All right, so my overall thoughts of the Wet n Wild products alone, I've already said I really enjoy these. I feel like you cannot go wrong using or trying out some of Wet n Wild's powder products. The pigment exceeded my expectations. I actually thought it was going to be a bit more sheer in color, but it is a pigment. I don't know why I was thinking that, but it is the bomb. I absolutely love this. I hope that I can get my hands on the other three. And then as far as the gold bar, like I said, once you get that first layer off, it is a bit more dry in texture. I won't say it's extra dry or flaky or anything like that, but it does take a little bit of, like, you know, working that first layer off to get some on your brush. However, it did swatch beautifully. It's not a real soft, very strong highlight, but I do feel like I got a really, really pretty look using it. And again, I used it up here and on the bridge of my nose. So these definitely get an A++ in my book. They are super affordable. I want to say the gold bar was maybe about $3.99, and then the pigment is $4.99. And then as far as the CoverGirl So Lashy Blast Pro Mascara. Okay, so here's the thing about mascaras. I like a very simple wand. I like volume and length. I feel like I got plenty of length. However, I wish that I did get a little bit more volume with this. With mascaras, I believe that you sometimes have to allow for the formula to dry out a little bit. I don't know, that's just my opinion. So it is a brand new mascara, so I'm going to give it a little bit more time, and then also a wear test, because that'll be the true test, is how long it lasts, if it flakes, if it ends up smudging underneath my eyes after any type of, you know, too much movement or whatever. So I'm more interested in seeing how it wears than I am with the wand itself. Let's see how the formula performs, and I will definitely update you guys on like a favorites video or something. So I'll continue to wear that, and I'll let you guys know in the future. However, the Wet n Wild products, I wish I had more. I really do. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me, and until the next one, I will see you later.